Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and this is the Macvoices update for November 2020. Folks, actually, this is being released just a little bit late because we've had so many shows and I want to get those out on as timely a basis as possible. But I also didn't want the month to get by without another update, just so you know some of what's going on behind the scenes. What's going on behind the scenes is that we're producing a lot of shows. There have been a number of gift guides that have been recorded and are already in the can and are slowly being released. The Mac Voices Live thing on Tuesday nights has evolved, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And there's just a lot of news going on, a lot of things that are ripe for discussion in the Apple universe. On the Mac Voices side specifically, again, there are a number of things I'm working on, just can't seem to quite get them all wrapped up. I did set up the new Mac Voices Alert Newsletter, which is something that you will need to subscribe to separately. The idea here is that the weekly newsletter, the Mac Voices Dispatch, comes out and lists the shows that we did for the past week, gives you some updates from Mac Voices and what all's going on, talks about the sponsors of the week, and that kind of thing in general. And that's pretty consistent. It comes out Saturday mornings, about 9 a.m. Eastern Time. But occasionally something will come up that I would love to have the opportunity to get out there to you quicker. It doesn't feel like social media is necessarily the best way to do that because not everybody uses social media. So Mac Voices Alert was set up so that you could subscribe specifically to it. It will allow me to, that way you're giving me permission, I should say, to send you an email directly about a specific topic. Might be an alert about a special deal, which is really on everybody's mind this year, or I guess every year around the holiday shopping season. A particular bug that comes out or a threat to your Apple tech or your data or something like that, or just something really timely that I feel that it makes sense for me to let you know about. So if you want to sign up for something like that, please go to the Mac Voices website, to the newsletter page, macvoices.com/newsletter, and there you will find two different things to sign up for: the dispatch, which again is the weekly email, and the alerts, which is going to be completely impromptu and sporadic. And when I introduced it in the newsletter, I said you might hear from me 1 week, one email, and then nothing for 3 weeks, then 4 emails the next week. So it just depends on the ebb and flow of things and what I think is really worth bothering you with or for putting something else in your inbox about. I did want to talk a little bit about Mac Voices Live. This is changed. It's evolved into something that is kind of fun. Maybe it's something we all need during lockdown. Maybe it's just a symptom of the kind of people that participate in Mac Voices, that we all like each other, we get along, we share a lot of enthusiasm. So there's starting to be a regular crew that sort of shows up on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, and we take on a topic or a subject, or sometimes just an impromptu thing where you bring your topic and we kick it around. We'd love to have you join us. That's 8 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday night on Facebook. And you can join in the chat. The pre-show starts at 7:45. That's where I share the information about the Zoom room. So if you want to come in and actively participate in the discussion with the crew that shows up, great, come on in. If you're more comfortable hanging out in the chat, by all means do that. You can throw your comments or thoughts in there, and then we'll bring them up and kick them around. But it's different than Mac Voices. It's different than the Mac Voices panel discussions. It's interesting how it has evolved. And as I said before, when we started this, it was going to be a little bit of an experiment. We will go back to having the featured guests and all. But over the holiday season, I think I'm going to keep it a little more freeform. Just because everybody's schedules can get a little weird, even in spite of the lockdown. There's still obligations, family obligations, social obligations, even if those social obligations are in the form of online interactivity. So you just never know. But I encourage you, follow the Facebook page and join the Facebook group, both Mac Voices Facebook page and Facebook group, and you'll find out what is planned for that night. And come on in. Would love to have you. More new things coming, but as for now, I want to get right to the support report because I deeply appreciate everything that's going on. So with that, this month at Gold, we had no Platinum, but at Gold, we have Dave G. At Silver, we have Bobby, Chuck A., Michael D., Bruce E., Tim G., Chuck P., Hal P., George R., and Daniel S. And at Bronze, we have Michael L., Max C., Clinton M., John M., Frank P., and Prop P. And our PayPal supporters for November included Karen A. and Wally C. As always, I deeply appreciate the support of our PayPal and Patreon supporters. They are the ones that really are the foundation of support for Macvoices that really keep the lights on and keep the wheels turning. And I also know that right now in these crazy times we live in, that PayPal and Patreon may not be in your wheelhouse, and that's fine. If you find a show that is of particular interest to you or to someone you know, please share a link, tell them about Macvoices. We'd love to have you help us build the audience. You can also help support the show by buying through our Amazon links. That is something that doesn't cost you anything, gives us a little kickback, and helps keep the lights on. And of course, the sponsors that help keep Macvoices going as well. Check out their products. If you like what you see, absolutely purchase from them. And definitely tell them that Macvoices is what brought you to their page. So that's it for the November 2020 update. I'll be back late in December with another update to sort of wrap up the year. And I hope to see you all on Macvoices Live. Until the next time, thanks for watching.
Visit Macvoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Macvoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Macvoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.